Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Roosbeth. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 5.16. This question is the last question of section 5 of the updated problem set. Let's take a look at this question. In this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this question, we have the top view, 3D model, right view, and a front view. The geometry here is pretty much simple. Again, the focus in this question is on making a plane on angle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on first making a plane. You can see that we have a plane with 32-degree angle and a distance of 110 millimeter from the top plane. And then after that, I will focus on making a 2D sketch of the top view. And finally, I will extrude this sketch up to the plane. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now, as I mentioned, the first step in this question is to make a plane. In order to make a plane on angle, I mentioned in the previous videos that you need two references. The first one is a reference plane. It could be a plane, it could be a surface, and the second one is axis of rotation. If you look at this question, you can see that the axis of rotation for the top plane is 110 millimeter away from the reference plane. So let's first make axis of rotation. Let's click on a sketch, click on a front plane, and then here, click on center line, and let's make a center line here, okay? Now let's dimension this. The distance between this line and the origin should be 110 millimeter. Okay, so now I have this line, which is axis of rotation 110 millimeter away from the origin. Next step, click on OK, exit this sketch. Next, I'm going to make a plane. So click on Feature, click on Reference Geometry, and click on Plane. For the first reference, I'm going to click on drop-down menu, and I'm going to choose Top Plane. For the second reference, I'm going to select this axis of rotation. And again, as you saw in a previous video, by default, SolidWorks makes the new plane perpendicular to the origin plane. But we need to have an angle here. In order to set that angle, you can click on Angle option here and change the angle to 32 degrees. And now you can see that I have a new plane which is 110 millimeter, the reference point, away from the reference plane, and also has a 32 degree angle with respect to this horizontal plane. Click on OK, and that's it. Okay, so now I have this plane. It's time to make a 2D sketch. Click on the sketch, click on the sketch, click on the drop down menu and choose top plane. I want to make a sketch on the top plane. Now here, all I need to do is to make a rectangle. So let's click on the drop down menu for the rectangle and choose center rectangle. And let's make a rectangle. According to the top view, the width of this geometry should be 100 millimeter. The height of the geometry should be 60 millimeter. We also need a 10 millimeter fillet in the corners. So click on fillet command. 10 millimeter is a set. Select this point, select this one, select this one, and last corner. Click on OK. Awesome. So that's the first part. Now we need exactly same geometry, but with 5 millimeter distance from every edges you see here. When you have that consistent wall thickness, the best command to use is offset command. So what you can do, you can click on a sketch. Here you can see offset entities. The offset value should be 5 millimeter. Select one edge and all other edges will be selected because I have select chain selected. But as you can see, the direction is wrong. So what you can do, you can click on reverse and now you can see the preview. Click on OK and that's it. Awesome. So now that's our geometry. You can see that. Let me exit this sketch. You can see that that's a sketch I have, and this is a reference plane. Okay, so now last step is to extrude that sketch. So what I can do, I can click on Feature, click on Extrude Bus. Now the sketch is selected. In order to extrude this up to this plane, all you need to do is to click on the drop-down menu and choose up to surface. And for the surface, you can select this plane. And now here you can see the preview of the geometry. We are basically extruding the geometry that we had here on the top plane, and it's going all the way up to the reference plane that we created. Click on OK, and that's it. Okay, that's it. It was a pretty quick video. As I mentioned, the whole idea here is to help you understand how to make a plane. Okay, let's take a look at the final answer in the question and make sure that our model is correct. Let's go back to the question and check the total volume. In the question, you can see that the total volume is 157,918 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks model and check the total volume. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties. And here you can see the total volume. The total volume we found in our model is 157,918 cubic millimeters. This is exactly the same as the volume that we have in the question, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you like it. If you have any comments, feedback, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.